So this morning I'm going to give you a class. We're going to do the whole, the whole workout. If you want to call it workout, we're going to start with a warm up. We're going to do some qigong exercises, and then we're going to finish with some breathing. So let's get going, shall we? Beautiful day. So just a few things. If you're going to do your qigong or your exercises outside, make sure you're warm enough, because there are periods where you maybe have worked your body to a point, and then you might be doing some standing exercises or sitting in stillness or standing in stillness, and you don't want your body to get cold during those periods. Now, although we love to walk on the ground in bare feet, we do not do our qigong on the earth in bare feet in the mornings, because the ground is damp, and once you open those the soles of your feet up, and once you start to exchange energy with the earth, you do not want to be absorbing that cold, damp energy. So all you need to do is to make sure you've got some lightweight shoes on if you're doing your exercises outside. If the temperature of the ground is the same as your feet, then and it's dry, then it's fine to do your exercises in barefoot. All right, so just simple pointers that are worth thinking about. The other thing is, look out for the wind. We don't do our exercises outside if there is a strong wind. Why? Because the body, as the energy field of the body opens up, we are more receptive to the environment around us. We're exchanging energy between our body and the environment, which means if there's a very strong wind, we can absorb that wind energy into the body, and you can feel your qi quite, we say airy, but it can be quite disturbing for your energy. So the best time to do your qigong exercises outside is when it's relatively still, and the temperature, it's a bit chilly this morning, but that's why I've got an extra layer on. But that's okay, as long as your body is warm, and making sure that you've got something on your feet so they don't get cold. All right, let's go. Okay, so let's start with our warm-up, shall we? So we're going to stretch out the fingers. Start to take some deep breaths. Get some oxygen into your lungs. Work your fingers out. Really stretch the fingers. Now, as I've said a few times, we've got 6 meridian channels or energy channels in the hands, and we want to make sure that we open all of them by rotating through the wrists and stretching through the fingers. We're opening up all the nerves along the arms. You can probably feel it as you start to push into your wrists. So push your palms apart, lengthen your arms, lock your elbows, push into the heel of your palms, and pull your fingers towards your ears, as if you were trying to get your fingers in your ears, and feel that opening up through the nerves from the shoulders and armpits into your palms. Breathe down your arms. Turn your palms up. You're going to drop the fingers and lift and open the chest. Push into the heel of your palms. Clear your chest as you bring your head forward. Spread the fingers. Feel those nerves opening up through your arms, and open up the elbows. Now, remember, you've got to keep your body breathing freely. Don't hold your breath. I'm going to take my jacket off. It's quite quick to warm up once we get going. All right, so rolling your elbows, drawing them out, breathing freely. Remember, we're working on using the out breath to bring the qi down. So as we swing the shoulders, as you drop your wrists, breathing out, dropping your qi. Oh, yeah. Clear your chest and belly. Feet together. We're going to alternately swing our arms, throwing the wrist up to the front, throwing the wrist back behind us. My body's becoming taller, shorter, taller, shorter. Opening up the waist, And opening up the hips. Oh, keep breathing freely. The point of the exercise is to free up your nerves and get your chi moving. So breathe out through your chest. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, now we're just going to start to throw the arms more loosely around the body. Keep your legs loose. Don't lock your knees. Don't lock your groin. Make sure all of your body feels loose and fluid. Now, feet together. Rolling your arms around. Feel yourself opening up the belly. All right, so our shoulders now should be nice and loose. See if you can throw one arm around in the shoulder socket until you feel your whole shoulder completely loosened off. Obviously, if you've got frozen shoulder, then you just rotate as much as you can. Find the movement that you've got and thaw out gradually. Oh, yeah. Wow. All right, so the arms now should be loose. We're going to warm up the spine. So start with your feet together, throwing your arms around the body. Feel that twisting through your spine. Imagine your spine was a wet towel. You're wringing out all the water. Imagine you drop your towel in a dirty puddle and you're wringing it out to get all that dirty water out of it. You're wringing out your spine to get all the stale chi out of your spine. Fix your eyes to the front so you bring your shoulders round and you're rotating through the neck. Now step out to the sides. Start to work the hips. So you're bending the knees slightly. You're standing into the leading foot, transferring your weight. Now we're going to take the head round behind us. You're looking over your leading shoulder, and you're rotating through the waist. Feel the organs of your upper belly, the liver, stomach, spleen, as you twist through your diaphragm, wringing out the organs of your upper belly. All right, now we're going to start to open up the lungs and chest by reaching round with the elbow, leading with the elbow. Start to open up the back of your ribs. Feel the spaces between the ribs starting to thaw out. Again, keep your knees soft, groin soft. Your legs are lively. All right, now we're going to push across diagonally, across the body. Feel the rotation through your hip joints, transferring your weight from the leading foot to the leading foot. Push into your wrist and you're stretching out your lungs. Again, as we did with the spine, wringing out the stale chi from the lungs. Use your out breath to clear through any stale energy in your chest. Your out breath is absolutely key. As soon as you start to hold your breath while you're doing the exercises, you choke the flow of energy through your body. You can do it a little slower if you like. Always breathing through our mouth at this stage because we're encouraging the body to discharge and release all its stale chi. So feel the rotation through the hip joint as your weight comes into your leading foot You're rotating the muscles around the thigh, wringing out the thigh muscles. Oh, feel the pull through your diaphragm, wringing out your diaphragm. All right, now we're going to drop the head and lean over to the side, reach round and out with the elbow. So you're leading with the elbow and your trailing arm is wrapping back around you. Hey! And we're now wringing out the rest of the belly. Oh. Opening up the lower back, the back of the waist. Hey! Try to get into the energy of your body, connect to it, feel what a relief it is when it starts to flow again after a night lying in bed. Oh, it starts to sing, feel lively, buoyant. Your whole spirit lifts when your energy starts to move. So we're reaching round over the head, stretching out the spaces between the ribs at the back of the chest. Oh, nice. Just get into it. Give yourself time. You know, sometimes you may only have a couple of minutes or 5 minutes to do your warm-up, but when you really get into it, keep going until you feel your body's totally worked through. All right, so now we're arching the back and we're swinging the arms and we're throwing the arms down into the floor. Knees are unlocked, head is hanging. And with the weight of your arms, you're opening the back of the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are moving away from the spine. The ribs are moving away from the spine. You're opening up your back. You're breathing out through your chest, clearing any stale chi. Oh. Oh, don't restrict your breath. Oh, now if you start to feel looser in your lower back, you can bounce your way down a little further. Just go as far as is comfortable. Keep your knees unlocked if there's any strain on your lower back. But if you like now, you can straighten the back of your knees or lock the back of your knees. And now we're just bouncing the body down, opening up the back of the legs. Hey, I don't know if you can hear me when my head's buried in my chest. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right, now unlock your knees again. You're going to keep your head hanging down as you come up. We're going to swing the arms across the body, slowly straightening up the spine. Take the weight into your feet. Stand in your bones. Make sure you stay grounded. You've brought a lot of blood into your head. You want to wait until that blood drops out of your head. Keep your head down, throwing your arms away to the side. And then when you feel your head has equalized, bring your head up and throw your arms away to the sides, lengthening and opening up the whole of the side of your body. Oh, yeah. Oh. So feel the side of your pelvis opening up, the space between your hips or your pelvis and your ribs lengthening. And the key is to just stick at it. You'll feel where there's still resistance in the fascia of your body. Just keep going. Now, we don't need to pull the body apart. You just gradually tease it open, encourage it to thaw out. Oh, yeah. All right. So now, very gradually, to see how long it takes to actually bring your arms back down to your sides and flowing, moving with the chi. Oh, lovely. All right, so your arms gradually coming to your sides. Take the weight back into your feet. Stand in your bones. All right, now we're going to carry on working out the waist. Put your palms in your kidneys. Now keep your knees unlocked so you really are rolling through the groin and the hips. Hey. Work out your hip joints. Same thing. The way that we were working out the shoulders, you roll through the joint until it thaws out. Don't immediately go to the limit. You want to warm it up gradually so your limit of or the range of movement gradually increases. And again, keep going. Put your hands over the hip joints so you can actually feel yourself moving through them. Maybe put your fingers into the groin and just feel that whole groin and hip area thawing out. Oh, yes. Your knees are loose. You're rolling through your waist. Now, you can straighten your legs and just let your arms hang loosely. And now, rolling through the waist, concentrate on your sacrum. The sacrum thaw out. Oy, 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 oy. Make sure your shoulders are still loose, your arms are hanging. All right, nice. So again, as I said, when you're doing this on your own, you keep going until you feel that part of your body is thawed out. And sometimes one part of your body might be more frozen than the rest, and you just stay with that. And it may be that your whole session might be focusing on releasing one frozen part of your body, maybe some part of your spine, maybe one of your hips or shoulders, the back of your neck. The point is to find the movement that creates a sort of loosening, thawing out effect and gradually work it through. Okay, so the knees, make sure they're pushed together for support. And now we can roll through the knees. And while we're doing it, we're still working the hip joints. Oh, lovely. All right. Warming up the small muscles that make the knees strong. All right, and then the ankles. So roll the ankles out, the same thing that we were doing with the wrists, remember? So you find the range of movement in your ankle. You thaw out the ankle joint. Spread your toes. Stretch out the soles of your feet. The way we stretched out the palms. Pull your toes towards your chin. Open up the outside of your ankle. Squeeze your toes into a fist. And the other ankle. Feel the chi coming into your foot, into the sole of your foot, into the spaces between your toes. All right, nice. So that's most of our joints now warmed up. We're just going to do a little work to open up the neck. So very important you don't let your neck go too far back. So just drop your head lazily, rolling it between your left and right shoulder. Again, thawing out your neck. And it's very important you don't push your limit. The limit and range of movement increases very quickly as you thaw out the frozen chi and get blood and oxygen into the joint. So, work through your neck. So I broke my neck and my back when I was younger. Had major surgery on my back. And in all honesty, it was these exercises, just these ones that we're doing now, that have kept me mobile to this day. For all the, goodness me, how many different types of exercise I learned over the years. Qigong and yoga. It was these warming up exercises that I teach you that kept the mobility in my neck and spine and in my dislocated shoulder, despite the fact that I was carrying injuries. Because the principle of it is to keep the body thawed out so it never seizes up, it never freezes. Okay, now remember the second phase. We're literally shaking the flesh off the bone, so there's no gripping or grasping of the muscles to the bones or one muscle to another. Start on one hand, really give it a shake out all the way up the lower arm into the elbow. Oh, I think I can take my scarf off now. Lovely. Up into the shoulder. Now get that shoulder joint completely loose. Oh, yeah. Many of us choke our throat by pulling our shoulders up to our ears. Oh, make sure your shoulders are completely hanging. Oh, yeah. And the other hand. Keep breathing freely. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, yeah. All the way up into the shoulder. Now, if you've got any congestion in your lymphatic system, or if your blood's congested, you'll start to feel itchy in your body as you get all that congested lymphatics going. All right, loosening off the shoulders. My feet are still flat on the floor. That's just my shoulders going now. I'm a little bit of bouncing through the knees, but the feet are flat. Just want to make sure that the collarbones, the shoulder joints, the shoulder blades are floating freely over my chest. Clearing this upper part of the chest, clearing the spaces between the ribs. All right, now we're up and down. So I'm now going up and down alternately on my heels. So I'm lifting one heel as I drop the other into the floor. Now, as I drop the heel into the floor, it sends a very gentle shudder up through the spine, and it creates a bounciness in the spaces between the vertebrae. Oh. All right. Again, keeping the shoulders loose. Feel the flesh around your chest loosening off. Feel the organs in your belly all loose and wobbly, shaking around. Hope you didn't have too much breakfast. Relaxing your diaphragm. Okay, reaching up. Lift your arms out of the shoulders, up and down on the heels. Now, if you listen to how I'm breathing, I'm not panting as if I was working really hard, but I do have to breathe freely. I've got to take that in breath and I've got to breathe out properly, because if I was to speak to you whilst holding my breath, which is what I'm doing now, I'm immediately going to choke the chi in my body. So keep your out breath coming. Drop your arms, hang your head round the back of your shoulders, loosen off the back of your shoulders. And focus on that space in the upper chest. Let it empty out and clear into the floor. Lovely. Arms together. And we're loosening off the flesh along the spine now. Still up and down on the heels, pointing the fingers diagonally into the floor, shaking up your kidneys, shaking up the fascia along the spine. All right, opening up the wrists and elbows. So we're going a little further with it this morning. So if you're quite new to it, you can maybe do one of my previous classes where we just did a little bit of warming up. This class is particularly for those of you who want to have a really good session. All right, freestyle, up and down, both feet. Arms loose. Until you really feel you've shaken free all the clogged, congested, stale energy. All right, stamping out the feet, clearing the soles of your feet. All right, now pumping your knees. So bring your knees. I've got slightly tight trousers, poor choice. Try to bring your knees up to the level of your collarbones. Now, of course, this isn't pretty. It's not the sort of thing you do on the beach in front of a whole load of people. But trust me, my friends, it does work. All right. Whee! All right, opening up the groin, knee across, up and round.
thawing out the groin, rolling through the hip joint. Okay, lovely. Now, feet are both planted flat on the floor for this one, but it's the same with the rest of the body. Knees are locking and unlocking, but because we're keeping the feet flat, instead of lifting the heel, look what's happening to my shoulders. So now my head's loosening off and I'm creating a wave up through my spine, like an S-shaped wave. I want my spine to be as loose as a rope. Hey, 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 hey. Keep up and down with the shoulders, loose with the head. Locking and unlocking alternately your knees. All right, and now just making sure there's no part of your waist that's still frozen. I don't know what we call this. A shimmy, I suppose, something like that, shaking out your waist. And get the organs of your lower belly nice and loose. Your body will breathe for itself. To keep yourself breathing through the mouth, or at least breathing out through the mouth. All right, now, freezing cold bucket of water, a bathtub full of water, freezing cold, ice cold above your head, poured all over you on 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Oh my goodness, how amazing. Oh, that'll get you going. All right, use your fingertips. Imagine your fingertips are extended by a few inches and combing through your chest, combing out any charge or stale chi that you've just shaken loose with that freezing cold shower, brushing it off. Of course, you could always go and take a freezing cold shower, but that would be another thing, wouldn't it? Oh, brushing down your legs. Oh, lovely. All right, and stamping at your feet again. All right, so giving ourselves a bit of a moment to come back into the physical body, structures of the body, stand in the bones, and come into a standing posture. But don't suddenly shut your body down. Your chi's been moving, so let your body move until it gradually comes to stillness. Keep your breath going, and then find posture where your feet are flat. I'm on not such flat ground, but hopefully you're standing on flat ground. So stand into your feet. We're going to spend a few moments standing into the bones. So what do I mean by that? Often we're tensing different parts of the body to hold our posture. When we stand up, when we sit, whatever, it's tension in the muscles that hold our posture. We want to find a way of standing through the skeleton so that the integrity of the skeleton, of skeletal structure, supports us, so that all our flesh and muscles completely relax. So you get an even weight between your left foot and your right foot. Make sure you're not favoring one foot over another. Breathing freely. Don't just because you're listening to new instructions, hold your breath. Stay with your chi whilst you just let the instructions come. You're breathing freely. Your chi is reorganizing whilst I speak to you. Let it just be a sort of exchange of energy. So it works on you. Standing into your bones. That connecting to your skeleton brings your chi into your lower chakras, activates the base chakra. We feel more grounded. It brings our energy down. So you're connecting with me to stillness And there are different qualities to stillness. Now, when we stand in our bones and relax into our skeleton and let the flesh hang, it's a mountain-like quality, a mountain-like stillness that we connect to. Breath is still breathing freely. You don't choke your breath just because you're standing like a mountain. Breathe freely. Hang your arms loosely from your shoulders. Your muscles aren't tight just because you're standing like a mountain. Your bones are stable and supportive. Your flesh is hanging. Your breath is free. Your spirit is settling. Your chi is dropping. Tune in. Don't watch from your head. Don't gaze out through your eyes. Feel from inside your body. Connect through your heart. Standing into your bones. Let your flesh hang. Use your out breath. Wait. Bring your feet together. Breathe in. Bring your chi down with your out breath. Float with your in breath. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. Just open your legs a little. Unlock the back of your knees. Cross your wrists over your lower belly. Let your shoulders hang. If your shoulders are hanging, your wrists will cross over Dantian. Dantian is that space in our lower belly, below our navel, above our pubic bone. Open your wrists out to the sides. Now cross your wrists behind you and just let your wrists settle into the small of your back, just above your sacrum. Keep the back of your knees relaxed. That is also Dantian. In front of where your wrists are crossed is Dantian. Connect there. Feel the energy gathering in Dantian. Open your wrists again and cross them over your lower belly. Arms down to your sides. All right. Now, as far as our nerve opening exercises, our nerve strengthening exercises, we'll do those in another session. We're just going to carry on now with some simple exercises to keep opening your energy, settling your chi. So take a slightly wider than shoulder width stance, feet slightly wider, unlock your knees, hanging your shoulders. Remember, 3 parts to our breath. With our in-breath, we are floating and expanding upwards, becoming airy and weightless. As we pause, we gather our energy in. As we breathe out, we bring our energy down. Breathe in. You're taller. As you breathe, as you pause, you become shorter. As you breathe out, you bring your energy down. Elbows floating, shoulders floating, gathering inwards. Breathe out, bring it down. 3 phases to your breath. In, pause, out, and rest. Emptiness. In, floating, airy, expanded, gathering, rooted. Breathe out, bringing your chi down, standing in the bones. Breathe in, floating, almost off the floor, gathering, breathe out. Breathing in through the nose. You should feel that comfortable charge building in the body in the way it's meant to build. When our chi is scattered, our chi stimulates us. We feel wired. When we gather our chi, bring it into the central channel and sink it down, gather it in dantian, we feel tremendous energy in the body, but we feel calm and settled. We're not wired or scattered. Gathering in, breathing out. And again. Feet together. Breathe in. Breathe. Drop your elbows. Right. Connect back to stillness with me. Bring your chi down. Tune in. And stillness. All right, slightly narrower stance, so only hip shoulder width. We're rolling the wrists. So imagine that as you bring your wrists up, you're gathering energy like a plunger. You know those coffee plungers? You push it down, you pull it up. As you pull the coffee plunger up, there's a slight pulling effect from below. So you're not sucking energy out of the earth, but you're allowing it to sort of draw up. So as you soften the knees, soften the groin, roll the wrists. As you stand up, you're bringing your wrists up, gathering energy up into the heart. Open your heart. Turn your palms down, and as you drop your shoulders, the focus is on the wrists and shoulders. Bring your energy back down. Look at the top of my head. I'm becoming 3 inches taller, 3 inches shorter. Watch my shoulders dropping, hanging, wrists dropping. I'm not bringing my shoulders up to my ears. Very simple movement. So you're drawing chi up through the legs. Just that gesture of softening the groin and knees and standing into the bones roots you into the earth. As you draw energy up, you're standing up. Imagine you're soaking energy up from the earth. Think about what happens when you put a sugar cube. If you just hold the sugar cube on the top of a cup of tea, it will gradually become saturated. It will soak that tea up, absorbing it. That's the way we are soaking up and absorbing the energy from the earth. Feel the soles of your feet connected into the earth. It's just a simple movement. And we're only engaging the lower part of the body. We're not drawing energy up into the head. The head stays clear and cool. Eyes should feel cool. The throat should feel airy and open. All right, now going to bring the energy all the way up. Bring your feet together slightly. Now you're literally just hip width apart. Roll your wrists. Breathe in all the way up into the space above you. Connect to the heavens. Cross your wrists, palms facing back. Bring that heavenly energy, cosmic chi, whatever you want to call it, all the way down, Dantian, and down your legs, rooting into the floor. Roll the wrists all the way up your body, like a tube through your body. Cross your wrists all the way down like a tube between the top of your head and your perineum. Arms are hanging. Breathe in. Oi. Now, notice all of these exercises are so simple. There's nothing really to learn. I don't need to look to see whether you're doing it right. Structurally, all you do is allow your body to symbolically represent what's happening inside you. You're opening up that central channel. You're drawing heavenly chi down through the body into Dantian. You're drawing earthly energy up through the body. It's an exchange of energy between heaven and earth and the body. As you stand on the earth, you're a bridge between heaven and earth. That's really all a human being is. Rising the earth, drawing down the heaven. All right, beautiful. All right, just up to the heart this time. Slightly open your stance, open. Palms down, bring your chi down. Now, I'm obviously slightly longer class this morning than normal, but the point is, when you feel you've worked your chi enough, you just end your class. End it for yourself at any point through this recording. When you feel you've settled, you've opened your energy, it's as much as you feel you need or as much as you can manage for now. And we always have a simple process by which we end any round of exercises or any session. We just bring our feet together, breathing in, drop the elbows, breathe out, bring your chi down. Dantian, stand in the feet. Breathe in, float. Breathe out, sink. And the most important thing of all is as you do it, you reconnect to stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as you bring your chi down, there's your stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. So if that's enough for you, you can slap yourself down now and end your class. If you wish to carry on, you just take a slightly wider stance again, a little bit wider than hip width, softening the knees. Put your fingers in the groin. Lock your knees, feel your groin like a drum. Soften the back of your knees, feel the groin softening. This is key. Look at the top of my head. I'm 3 inches taller. I'm 3 inches shorter. I'm 3 inches taller. Imagine this was your whole exercise. So you're getting all of your chi to work just through that movement. You're floating up 3 inches taller. You're sinking and rooting 3 inches shorter. That's the principle behind this next exercise, behind most of what we're doing. Float and sink. All right, so with me, pushing mountains, bring your energy up, keep your elbows down, turn your palms out. As you push mountains, rooting into the floor, 3 or 4 inches shorter, turn your palms up. Now, as you turn your palms up, now you connect to the space around you. And you gather that energy into the chest, palms down, and bring it down your body, down your legs, rooting through the floor. Now we're connected into earth, gathering from the earth. Keep your elbows down. Push mountains. Connect to the heavens, gathering, and bring it down with your out breath. Breathe in, 3 inches taller. Push mountains, 3 inches shorter. Breathing in, 3 inches taller. Now really imagine that you did have a huge mountain in front of you, and with effortless power, limitless power, no tensing of your body at all, effortlessly you push that mountain away, gather the energy of the heavens, bring it down. All right, so we'll take this exercise a little further in the next class. It's difficult to follow watching as you start to do any rotations. So we'll just carry on staying to the front for now while we're actually in the session. And tomorrow or the next day, I'll explain a little further. All right, so float, push mountain, gathering into your chest, bring it down. One more. And bring your feet together. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Just open your legs slightly, unlock your knees, stand into your bones. Hang your arms, let your flesh drop off your bones like honey running down a stick. All right. So all of these exercises so far I've been doing in one direction. There's been no rotation so far because I know that it's difficult for you to follow. So we'll look at some other exercises in the next class with some explanation. But while we're in the session, just to get some rotations again in the spine, let's just loosely now, not so much of a warm-up, just throwing now your body's loose. Throw your arms around the body and start to get some rotation in your joints. Feel the flesh, particularly of your thigh muscles, rotating around the hip joints, rotating around the femur. Hey. And of course, loosening off the spine, bring the shoulders round. Now work on the basis that the center of your body is the lower belly, dantian. So all of your movement is happening around dantian. Your chi, your attention stays in your lower belly. And the rest of the body feels loose and relaxed. Your spirit feels light. Your eyes are clear. Your mind is clear. All right, lovely. If you want, you can rotate on your leading foot, point your leading foot out rather than keep your feet flat on the floor, and get the transition of weight floating and sinking, floating and sinking. And then you can't quite see my feet. I'm rotating on the leading heel, lifting the balls of the leading foot, standing in the back foot. Hey. All right, nice. Okay, so let's just make sure everything feels loose. Shake out the thigh, the knee, the hip joint. That feels like enough for today. I mean, we could go on, but if we have another nice day, we'll do some new exercises tomorrow. But the key with all of this, it's not a point of working your chi to the limit. These are not those exercises. These are the exercises for getting your energy open so you feel relaxed, your spirit is settled, you're calm within yourself, you feel physically grounded rather than scattered, you're not stressed and wired, you're calm and gathered within yourself. The other exercises that I've been teaching you are for gradually strengthening and opening up your nerve system. Those are different things. So quite often we do those exercises at separate times. But I feel now that's probably enough for this morning. So we're just going to round off our session. Bring your feet together. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rub your palms. Give your face a rub. Now this moving the face around the scalp helps to bring chi back to your face, livens up your complexion, but also makes you feel so fresh. You know, a stagnant face makes us feel slightly stale inside ourselves. When you feel the chi coming to your face, it immediately wakes you up. Brush any dusty chi off your eyes, brush away your forehead, then massage your temples with the heel of your palms. Keep your eyes open. Stare through your eyes and let the grittiness and heatiness out of your eyes. Make sure your shoulders are loose. So you would rub your scalp vigorously now with your knuckles. Again, making sure there's no achiness around the head. Then 2 handfuls of hair, move the scalp freely around the head. So all that, you know, if you sat for hours in front of a computer or sat watching movies or just generally fried your little head, get so much charge in your brain and a lot of it gets stuck in the scalp and around the head. Lovely. So just make sure your scalp isn't stuck to your skull. All right, now just a little bit of a loosen off. Hands slapping out down the inside of your arms, up the outside, down the inside, up the outside. Vigorously slapping, not a gentle tap. You're slapping your body down the outside of your chest, side of your chest, and your kidneys, lower back, buttocks, hip joints, down the outside of your legs, up the inside, down the out, back, up the front. All right, lovely. Now I said we do some breathing, but I feel just if I get a sense, I may be wrong, but my sense is that that's probably enough for now. So we'll do our breathing exercises separately. If you want to have a little break, you can go back and do remember the square breathing, in, hold, out, hold. So you can practice that, but I think probably you need a bit of a break now. So I'll be back with another class soon. Have a lovely day. See you this evening, 7:15, if you'd like to join us.